Some traders look at upgrading to Finviz Elite and wonder if the real-time data is really worth paying for. But after thoroughly testing Finviz Elite side by side with the free version during market hours, I realized something important. That speed and depth don't just help you trade better, they help you spot moves before the crowd even sees them. So in this video, I'm breaking down Finviz Elite's pricing, what you actually get with the upgrade, and how to lock in the best deal available right now. But before we jump into the details of Finviz Elite's pricing to figure out if it makes sense for you and how to get it without overpaying, let's get one thing clear first. Who is this platform actually built for? Finviz Elite is specifically designed for active traders and serious investors who rely on fast, data-driven decisions. It's for people who need to move quickly, to spot trends before they're obvious to everyone else, and to filter through thousands of stocks to find the few that match their exact setup. The strongest part of Finviz Elite is how it combines real-time market data with advanced screening and those visual heat maps that show you exactly where the action is. So instead of jumping between 5 different websites, piecing together information, and doing a whole bunch of extra work, you just get everything on one screen. And that saves time, reduces the mental friction of researching, and honestly gives you an edge in spotting breakouts or relative strength before the broader market catches on. But don't just take my word for it for any of this. Let me show you how one trader described it. He mentioned that he'd been using Finviz Elite for only 10 days and still couldn't get over how much information he could find on a single page. He talked about having both technical and fundamental data right there, even recent insider buys and sells on the same screen, all of the crypto prices and charts with a single click. He said the screener has tons of preset options and customization, and he genuinely felt that there was nothing even close to this out there for the price. So that's the kind of reaction that I kept running into while researching Finviz Elite. People don't just casually like it, they rely on it. So if you're the type of trader who feels like you're spending too much time hunting for information, or you've missed trades because you didn't see the setup until it was too late, Finviz Elite might be exactly what you need. It's built for people who treat trading like a craft and want the right tools to do it well. Alright, so now that we know who Finviz Elite is built for, let's dive into the pricing and break down what you're actually getting for your money. Because honestly, the Finviz Elite pricing structure is pretty straightforward once you understand how the features translate into real trading advantages. So, Finviz has 2 main versions. There's the free version, which a lot of people start with, and then there's Finviz Elite, which is the upgrade we're talking about today. The free version gives you a really solid foundation, but it does give you delayed data, some more basic screening, and standard charts. But Elite is where things really open up in a major way. And the best part is that you can actually try Finviz Elite for free for 7 days before committing. That's huge because it lets you test drive the real-time data and advanced tools with your own trading before you start to commit and pay. So let's walk through what Elite unlocks and whether or not it's worth it. So first up, and honestly this is the biggest reason that most active traders upgrade, is the real-time data. With Finviz Elite, you get real-time market data, so that means no more 15-minute delays, no more extra time spent waiting for things to process. You're seeing price movements as they happen, including pre-market and after-hour sessions. For someone trading breakouts or momentum, those delayed minutes can be the difference between getting in early and watching from the sidelines as things go wrong. I tested this side by side, keeping the free version open on one screen and Elite on the other during pre-market, and the difference was honestly night and day. Stocks were moving, volume was up, and Elite showed it all live, while the free version was just sitting there frozen on the previous close. If you trade the open, that alone justifies the Finviz Elite pricing, in my opinion. Alright, next, and this is where Elite really flexes, is the award-winning stock screener. The free screener is good, don't get me wrong, but Elite unlocks over 20 advanced customizable filters that you don't get otherwise. You can layer in technical patterns, fundamental metrics, volume conditions, volatility measures, all combined into one search. And then you can save those views, set up personalized benchmarks, and run scans that would otherwise take hours to do manually. I remember reading a review from a trader who's been using Finviz for years, and he said that he loved the features because it provides all of the technical and financial information in a single place. He specifically called out the new intraday scanner features as awesome. He mentioned Finviz keeps making updates, and he's been an Elite member for a long time, at least 10 years. He flat out said that he would not trade or invest without it. So that kind of long-term loyalty, I think, tells you something. People don't stick with the tool for 10 years if it's not delivering real value. Another huge piece of Finviz Elite is the interactive multi-layout charts. So you can draw patterns, add indicators, switch between different layouts, all depending on what you're analyzing, and all of your technical studies save automatically. So if you're watching a watch list and you want to quickly preview charts for different tickers, it's all right there. No loading times, no switching tabs, just seamless charting. You also get deep insights into ETFs with Elite, not just the top 10 holdings, but full holdings data, performance metrics, and an intuitive tree map that shows you visually how the fund is composed. So if you trade ETFs or use them for sector rotation, this alone also saves a ton of research time. And next, let's talk about alerts. With Finviz Elite, you get unlimited email alerts and push notifications, so you can set them for stocks based on news or ratings changes, insider trading, SEC filings, price movements, or anything else. Or you can set portfolio alerts and screener alerts so that when new stocks match any of your filters, you know immediately. For a trader who really can't sit in front of the screen all day, this is a real game changer. The market alerts you instead of you having to watch it. Now, for the more advanced users, Finviz Elite also lets you export financial data and build with Finviz APIs. So you can export screener filters, portfolios, groups, options chains, and news directly into Excel. And if you're into automation, there's sample code for Google Sheets, Python, and JavaScript for you to use. So that is huge for traders who build their own systems or want to integrate Finviz data into their existing workflow. But the biggest concern still remains, is the pricing of Finviz Elite actually worth it, or is it overpriced for what you get? Well, I don't know if you could tell so far, but my take on this is rather simple. If you're an active trader, somebody who scans for setups daily, watches pre-market movement, and wants to spot opportunities before they're obvious to everyone else, then Finviz is absolutely worth it. Here's another user who summed it up pretty well in his review. He said that Finviz is reasonably priced and provides a great product with a lot of data. He mentioned that they're frequently adding features and data, which is huge in his opinion, and he called it one of his must-keep subscriptions. Here's another reviewer who said that Finviz is the absolute best stock screener and market analysis software in the industry. He pointed out that the developers really seemingly care about the product and modify the app based on user input. He's been using it a long time and said that it's evolved so much from when he began. So all of that feedback matches what I found testing the platform. They're actively improving it and adding features and refining the interface. And when a company does that, your subscription keeps getting more valuable over time instead of feeling stale. On Reddit, one trader asked if the Finviz Elite subscription was worth it. He said that he was looking at it because he wanted real-time information and liked the screener so far. Another Redditor responded and said that he'd been using the free version for a couple of weeks and had already gained from it. He called it invaluable. He said he was actually going to buy the subscription that night specifically to get pre-market data. And when another Redditor asked him what made it invaluable, he broke it down into pieces. He said that the precise stock screeners let him collaborate on deciding for 1 week to 3 month buy and hold, as well as what to day trade on. He said that the information is right in front of you, it's easy to read, and it helps you make quick, informed decisions. His only complaint with the free version was the 15-minute delay, and that's exactly why he was upgrading, to get real-time pre-market data so that he wasn't missing opportunities on day trades. So I think that's the key right there. For a day trader or swing trader, those delays cost you money. If you miss the move, or you enter late, or you get caught offside because you didn't see the pre-market action, well, you miss out. Finviz Elite's subscription eliminates that problem. So for serious traders, the ones who treat trading like a business and want every edge they can get, getting Finviz Elite is honestly reasonable for what it delivers. And if you want to get started with Finviz Elite at the best possible price without overpaying at all you have to do is sign up with the link in the description of this video. We've actually worked directly with Finviz to secure the highest discount deal currently available for our viewers. It's an exclusive arrangement that gives you access to Finviz Elite pricing at the best rate that you'll find anywhere right now.